The night I met Perry, I deleted my life with Sean in one click. It started with Sherry's laugh over wine. Eternal's not a dating app, it's a cosmic cheat code, she had said, her nails tapping her phone. It knows you, Rosa. Like, soul level. I rolled my eyes but downloaded it later, my thumb hovering over the screen as Sean snored beside me. The algorithm asked, "Are you ready for your truth?" 3 days later, I stood outside a Brooklyn jazz bar, my heart thrashing. Sean thought I was at a work conference. My match's bio flashed in my mind. Perry, 34. Musician. Pisces. Craver of chaos. His photo showed smirking lips and a tattooed collarbone. Then he appeared, all leather jacket and stormy eyes. Rosa? His voice was smoke. We talked for hours. About his band's European tour, my stifling corporate job, the ache of living halfway. You're different, he said, leaning close. The air hummed. Back at his loft, I hesitated. I am married. He traced my wedding ring. But not alive, right? Not like this. His kiss was a wildfire. We crashed onto his crumpled bedsheets, and I let him unravel me. His hands, his mouth, the way he choked my name like a prayer. Afterward, I stared at the ceiling, guilt curdling in my throat. Sean's face flickered in my mind, his steady smile, our cold suburban home. Perry nuzzled my neck. You're my forever, Rosa. You feel it too. My phone buzzed. Sean, miss you. When is your flight back? I deleted the text. But as Perry slept, I crept to the bathroom, gripping the sink. My reflection, flushed, tangled hair, looked foreign. What have I done? I opened Eternal. A notification glowed. Perry Hart is 99.9% your soulmate. Congratulations. I flushed with elation. Then dread. Because I believed it. For weeks, I lived in two worlds. Sean's was all pressed shirts and grocery lists, his kisses as predictable as his 7 p.m. dinners. Perry's was whiskey-stained sheets and midnight drives, his hands always hungry, his laughter a drug. I told myself I could balance both, until the day Eternal sent me a notification. Your bond with Perry is deepening. Share a secret to unlock intimacy plus. Delete that thing, Sherry warned me over brunch, her voice sharp. We sat at our usual cafe, but her smile was gone. Eternal's designed to addict you. They use dopamine triggers, Rosa. It is not real. I stirred my latte, avoiding her gaze. You're the one who told me to try it. To flirt, not to torch your marriage. But I was already on fire. That afternoon, Perry texted, "Come to the studio. I want to hear you scream." His band's recording space was a dim, soundproofed cave in Queens. Synthesizers hummed, cables snaked across the floor. He stood shirtless by a microphone, riffing a guitar melody that made my knees weak. "You are late," he grinned, setting the guitar down. "Traffic," I lied, though I had spent 20 minutes circling the block, trembling. He backed me against a mixing desk, his breath hot on my neck. "Miss me?" I didn't answer. Instead, I bit his lower lip, hard. He groaned, yanking my skirt up. Our bodies clashed, a mess of teeth and fingernails, the console buttons digging into my spine. When he pushed into me, I gasped, my head hitting a speaker. The pain blurred with pleasure. Afterward, he played me a song he had written. "It's called Rosa's Requiem," he said, strumming raw chords. "Requiem?" I laughed, uneasy. "Yeah. For the death of your old life." Sean noticed. He found Perry's silver bracelet tangled in our bedsheets. "Yours?" he asked, holding it up. His voice cracked. "A client's," I said, staring at my laptop. "From a focus group." He paused. "You smell like cigarettes." "I don't smoke." "You didn't used to." That night, I dreamt of drowning. By October, I had stopped sleeping at home. Sean left voicemails, pleading, "Where are you? Please, Rosa, let us fix this." I deleted them, drunk on Perry's chaos. We fucked in dive bar bathrooms, on rooftop gardens, once in the back seat of an Uber. Eternal rewarded each risk with fluttering hearts and badges, adventurous spirit, passion pioneer. But Sherry was right, the highs grew shorter. Perry's spontaneity became recklessness. He would vanish for days, leaving me pacing his loft. When I confronted him, he shrugged. "I am a musician, baby. Chaos is my currency. Then came the fight. You're obsessed with that app, he sneered, catching me checking Eternal. What, am I not enough now? It's just a game, I lied. He smashed his whiskey glass. Games have endings, Rosa. The reckoning came on a Thursday. Sean stood in our kitchen, pale, holding a printed photo. Perry and me, kissing outside the studio. A fan had tagged Perry online. Who is he? Sean whispered. I could have lied. Instead I said, my soulmate. His knees buckled. He gripped the counter, sobbing, deep, guttural sounds I had never heard from him. We promised, he choked. Through everything. Your mom's funeral. My rehab. Guilt sucker punched me. But Eternal buzzed in my pocket. Perry is nearby. Spark a new memory. I am leaving, I said, numb. Sean crumpled to the floor. You will regret this. I walked out, his cries chasing me. But halfway to Perry's, Eternal pinged again. New message from Derek, 38. Let us disrupt the ordinary. Perry didn't believe in doors. Or privacy. Or boundaries. Who the hell is Derek? He barked, barging into the bathroom as I showered. Steam fogged the mirror, but his glare cut through it. He waved his phone, a screenshot of Derek's Eternal profile, 38. Venture capitalist. Libra. Collector of rare art and rare women. A glitch, I said, rinsing shampoo from my hair. My voice stayed flat, practiced. The app sends random matches sometimes. He leaned against the doorframe, shirtless, tattoos coiled like serpents. You're lying. I can smell him on you. I turned off the water. What? Cologne. Sandalwood and money. Derek was Eternal's second act. He slid into my DMs the night I left Sean. Let us disrupt the ordinary, he had written, attaching a photo of himself on a yacht, wind tousling his silver-streaked hair. I swiped right, drunk on Cabernet and self-destruction. Our first date was at a members-only lounge in Manhattan. He ordered me a martini, then dissected my psyche like a spreadsheet. You're a classic thrill-seeker, he said, smirking. But you crave control too. That is why you picked a lawyer husband. Safe. Reliable. I bristled. You don't know me. He leaned closer. You hate that I am right. Derek's kisses weren't wildfires, they were calculated burns. I started splitting nights. Mondays and Wednesdays with Perry, his vinyl records and clove cigarettes. Fridays with Derek, who booked penthouse suites and whispered, you deserve better than guitarists and gaslighters. Eternal reveled in my duplicity. Derek Hayes is 97% your match. Boost your bond with a midnight chat. But Perry's suspicions festered. He would rifle through my purse, sniff my coat. Where did you get this? He demanded once, holding up a silk scarf Derek had bought me in Paris. Sherry lent it to me, I said, staring at my phone. Bullshit. Sherry wears Target. The reckoning came on a rainy Tuesday. Derek had taken me to an underground jazz club, his idea of slumming it. Between saxophone solos, his hand slid up my thigh. Let us get out of here, he murmured. We stumbled into the Waldorf Astoria, laughing, his Rolex glinting as he swiped the room key. The sex was methodical, a CEO closing a deal. Afterward, he handed me a velvet box. Inside, a diamond bracelet, glittering like frozen tears. A token, he said, for my favorite disruption. I wore it home. Perry was waiting, his face a thundercloud. He had found the receipt in my jacket. $18,000? He hissed, crumpling the paper. You're fucking a wallet now? I crossed my arms, bracelet gleaming. At least he is present. He lunged, gripping my wrist. You're a goddamn parasite. You will bleed him dry too. I wrenched free. Maybe I will. He slammed the door, leaving me trembling. But as I poured wine, Eternal buzzed. New message from Jason, 35. Adventurer seeking a partner in crime. Swipe right if you're ready to run. My finger hovered. Then I swiped. Perry smashed the wine glass first. It happened on a Tuesday, his rage boiling over as I packed my suitcase. Shards skittered across the hardwood floor like diamonds. You're just like that app, he spat, blood dripping from his palm. All empty fucking promises. I kept folding blouses. You knew what I was. He laughed, wild and broken. Knew? You told me I was your soulmate, Rosa. You begged me to ruin your life. The word soulmate curdled in the air. Eternal had stopped using it for Perry weeks ago. Sean found me at a coffee shop the next day. He looked thinner, his suit hanging loose. When he slid into the booth, I braced for screams. Instead, he said softly, "Come home." What? The affair. The lies. We will fix it. His eyes glistened. I miss you. My throat tightened. This man had held me through my mother's cancer, through miscarriages, through nights I swore I would never smile again. Now he was offering a lifeline, and all I felt was nothing. Sean. Just dinner. Tonight. Derek wasn't patient. End things with the musician, he ordered, swirling scotch in his Tribeca loft. Or this ends. His voice was calm, but his grip on the glass whitened his knuckles. I traced the edge of his Persian rug with my toe. Jealousy's beneath you. He yanked me close, his breath sharp with bourbon. You're a habit, Rosa. A costly one. But I don't share. His kiss was punishment. I went to Sean's. We ate lasagna, his mom's recipe, once my comfort food. He talked about therapy, about fresh starts. I nodded, tasting ash. Let us try again, he whispered later, his hands clumsy on my waist in our old bed. I let him. It was quiet. Mechanical. When he finished, tears streaked his face. Do you feel us anymore? I stared at the ceiling fan. No. Perry was gone when I returned to the loft. Just a scrawled note, found a new muse. Don't bother screaming. Derek called at 3 a.m. Well? I swallowed. I will choose you. Prove it. Tomorrow. But Sherry texted first. Eternal's a trap. Meet me now. The message burned into the dark. Sherry's apartment smelled like burnt coffee and panic. She paced, her laptop open to lines of code I couldn't parse. Eternal's not a matchmaker, she said, voice shaking. It is a phishing net. It profiles your vulnerabilities, childhood trauma, dopamine triggers, everything, then dangles men who will weaponize them. I slumped on her couch, clutching cold tea. Perry? Derek? Paid actors. Well, Perry wasn't. He is just easily rented. She zoomed in on my profile. Flagged. Highly suggestible. Attachment avoidant. Recommended bait. Love bombing. Volatile partners. They studied me? Studied, sold, and spiced you up for investors. She pointed to a chat log. Derek's messages were flagged. User 4782 paid $20,000 for premium package. Intimacy coach. Gifts. Scripted conflict. My stomach lurched. You knew? I figured it out last week. She gripped my shoulders. They want you hooked for life. The matches never stop. You never stop. Derek ended things via text. Asset reallocated. Do not contact. Perry's Instagram showed him kissing a pink-haired DJ captioned, upgrade. Sean changed his number. I became a ghost. For months, I detoxed. Deleted Eternal. Ignored bars, men, mirrors. I took up running, punishing the pavement until my lungs burned. But at night, I would dream of notifications, phantom buzzes beneath my pillow. Then, on my 33rd birthday, Sherry dragged me to a spa. You're healing, she said as we soaked in rose-scented water. But my fingers itched for my phone. The relapse came in a CVS aisle. I stood staring at pregnancy tests, not for me, just curious, when a man reached past me for condoms. Sandalwood cologne. Rolex. Derek's twin. Our eyes met. He smirked. Need help choosing? I fled, but my hands trembled. Eternal's gone, I reminded myself. You're clean. But my body remembered the high. That night, I dug my old phone from a shoebox. 11% battery. 127 missed calls. And there, pulsing like a heartbeat. Eternal. New match. Jason. 35. Adventurer. 99.9% compatibility. Swipe now. I shouldn't have. But I did. His photo loaded, wind-blown hair, rock climbing gear, a smile that promised risk. Bio. seeking a partner in crime. Let us get lost. The app auto-chatted, Rosa, hi, smiley face. Jason, wanna disappear tonight? My thumbs hovered. Sherry's warning echoed. You never stop. But the craving roared louder. I typed, where? The screen flashed. Congratulations. Your forever awaits. I pressed the phone to my chest, laughing through tears. Because the truth was, I didn't want to heal. I wanted to burn. Thank you for following Rosa's spiral into eternal. If this story hooked you, smash that like button, share with someone who would swipe right on drama, and subscribe for more twisted tales of love, tech, and betrayal. Stay tuned, the algorithm's always watching.